Interesting points there. He was saying that no one's going to really know what to expect from us. We're going to bring the unexpected. Have you been pleasantly surprised by this Pain team?
Yeah, I think so. Especially the only issue, like the one thing that like kind of rings out though that's kind of scary is that 16-1 versus Cloud9.
Yeah.
I mean, they show good things when they have the opportunity to, but like
Sure.
they still didn't show they could stop like a team that was just so much better than them. Like you have to be able to, give yourself a breathing room to do something. But I think in terms of like the individual skill of the players, that's pretty nice to see. We've seen some good runs. The resilience to come back in some of these matches is quite nice. And just, I mean, for all Brazilian teams, right? We've seen how much the rest of them can shoot up and how quickly it happens. And I mean, they mentioned it. They're like family. If that's the case, it was the case with Luminosity. It was the case with SK. It's the case with Immortals. These guys hang out a lot. So I mean, if we're using the other Brazilian teams as a barometer, give them 6 months.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone says that. It's like a family. I don't know.
You have to say it, don't you? You can't say, yeah, we just don't like each other.
Don't actually.
This guy's kind of a dick.
Well, regardless, something actually is interesting. Like, look, like 2 years ago or something, if you had said we've got like a sort of a halfway well-established team like CLG, and now they're going to be playing some team you haven't heard of before, you'd say there's absolutely no chance they're going to make any kind of an impact. Like, I feel like even the contending teams now, the ones that we haven't heard of so much, like just the ones that sort of happen to pop up, new talent comes in, they're pretty young, they haven't really played much on LAN, don't have a lot of history with the game or anything, maybe they've never even played, this is their first version of Counter-Strike maybe, and they're still really good. Like, I think that's an interesting sign for the future of Counter-Strike, like, whereas before it sort of almost felt like, well, for anyone to compete, they would have to sort of mess around with the game for years and years and, get coached and everything. Like, I feel like I think the talent is developing faster at an even faster rate now.
Yeah, and I feel like with regards to like some of the new teams and the new players that we see, like, I mean, much along your point, like a year or two ago, it would have been like, they have to come into this match and they can't be afraid of these guys. They have to like play their own game. And like you see these newer players, these newer teams not being afraid for the most part. Like some of these young players don't even know they're supposed to be like intimidated by the big names anymore. We even see it in the European division. I mean, you look at the minor system that they've had to go through. Obviously, the big thing is NIP not qualifying, but like the players in there, I mean, are the same thing. It's very, very dangerous to have to go through these qualifiers. Especially with like the BO1s, the GSL systems, these are pretty ruthless. I like it.
Yeah.
So now we move on to Mirage. Anders, what can we expect from these two teams? Are we going to see CLG do the 2-0?
We will see them. They're on the map. So
are we going to see them do the 2-0?
I expect at some point some of them will try and put bombs down, and once they get 16 rounds, unless it's overtime, they're going to win the game as well. So
classic
banter. Is that how it works?
Straight.
Those are some of the things I'm
They're
looking
also going
to
to have to sit down at their desks first as well.
That usually helps.
First.
I think this is going to be a really good map for CLG. It's also the one that they picked, I believe.
Yep.
I'm not just making that up.
Yep.
Okay.
No, you're not. You're good.
I'm good. All right. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really strong map for them. We've seen some really good AWPing on them, and that applies heavily to Mirage as well. I feel like, and maybe even more so. I feel like Mirage is one of those maps where if you have like one strong AWPer controlling, let's say, mid or catwalk or something on the map, it leaves the rest of the team with a lot less to do, and they can feel a lot safer, and you can start having a real defense on the A-bomb side and all of those things. Like, and if you get a double orb, it becomes even more unmanageable for the T side. So I think it's going to be hell for Pain.
Yeah, and I think also when you look at like how the defense of CLG against Cloud9 on this map looked like it just got battered. Like they couldn't handle anything. They couldn't handle mid. That AWP wasn't having very much presence, very much impact in mid. They couldn't handle the A executes as well. I don't think Pain's going to be able to take advantage of that in the way that Cloud9 could. I think they're going to have to contend with it. I don't think they're going to be as like no one on Pain I think is like doing what Stewie was doing, right? Rushing mid, rushing catwalk, getting that one kill, just being a force to be reckoned with. So I think CLG is going to have a lot easier on their CT side this time around versus Pain than Cloud9, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do think those ops will ring true. I think it'd be interesting moving forward. Do we have time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I think it'd be interesting moving forward if CLG on this map, almost like, because we saw how aggressive Ricky liked to be with his AWP, if like maybe they made Ricky a little bit more of the aggressive opera who's going to be in connector. He seems like he'd be more willing than Kusa to take some of those fights, kind of like the same way we saw with Skadoodle and Stewie, like where he would be the one who would just get crazy aggressive. Now maybe you don't want that against some of the better teams. Maybe you don't want to take that risk, but it seems to be effective once in a while.
Yeah, for some odd reason, on Mirage, people who like AWPing in general stop AWPing on Mirage. Like, this is always a trend, and I mean, the only reason I can think of why is that the people who usually do that is they end up playing middle, and then they just get smoked or Molotoved in connector or window.
It's tough to kind of get into a groove, right?
Yeah, so then they just sort of give up on doing it. But it's really odd. Like, even back when, you know, just to take some good examples. I mean, when Carrigan was still playing with the Danish guys, right?
Cajun B was the AWPer,
yeah, Cajun was the AWPer. You were actually, that's it, right? Then it'd be Carrigan AWPing on Mirage, and it always seems like there's that sort of a switch up. And Neo, I think, would be AWPing for Virtus Pro whenever they'd play it. It's a very odd sort of switch out every once in a while that happened there.
Neo can do whatever he wants, though, right?
He can.
He spent a lot of time being like the primary AWPer of Virtus Pro. There was like a stretch there of like 4 months or so where he was like the AWPer.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just that one map where it gets.
Yeah,
sort of
it can be very
swapped out
frustrating because I mean, it's like just defies logic in a certain way. Where on this map where it's like mid is like the most ideal place to have the AWP, like on paper. When you just look at the range, you look at the wind room, it's like the sniper position, and then it's just always smoked. And yeah.
Do we have time for another point? Or we
yeah, go for it. We might even have time for some questions after this, but if you want to...
Oh, lovely.
Well, so I'll tell you what this is something for people to watch for at home. This is my pet hate on this particular map. I try and always find like a couple of things on every map that I think people do wrong, and this has been a consistent thing for like 3 or 4 years now or something.
Just now bringing it up.
Just now bringing it up. Yeah, I've been just slowly boiling with hatred for this one thing, and now it's overflowing. On the B-bomb side, when people are playing the truck position on the CT side, where you want to play a bit passively, a bit defensively, you don't want to be all the way down the hallway, so you're just sort of jumping around back there, which is good. But what really, really triggers me is when they make that jump and they see that now the push is coming, and you can clearly tell there's like just a second of hesitation where they're not quite sure, do I want to stay and throw grenades and sort of take the fight close, or do I want to fall back to the bench or back into the site? And they're not quite sure, and there's like a clear moment of hesitation where you can tell that someone has just told them you should jump for information to see when they're coming, and they don't have like a plan B. And this happens even at like a high level. It's really frustrating to see. I feel like people need to have like a very clear plan in mind, exactly what they're going to do when they spot the actual players that they're spotting for. But it seems like a lot of the time that site falls because that one player has no idea what they're doing. So I always look for that.
Yeah, it's a map that it's a portion of the map that's so frustrating to defend because you can go rounds without seeing like anyone, without feeling any pressure, any action, and then all of a sudden you have it all coming your way. And also, I mean, if you're trying to like bail out of that spot, which you kind of have to do when a rush is coming, like like when you're running backwards and you throw like a grenade or a Molotov, it like hangs in the air for that extra second. There's always like that weird feeling if you're not practiced with it. That's why like so many there's maybe not so many, but there's some pretty big specialists that play like Zipnix is the first one that comes to mind. Plays it like master class at it.
Very good, yeah.
And it just requires a lot of really good decision-making split seconds.
I think actually there's a term for it. I've used some pros on NIP, and I think maybe MBK brought it up as well. You sort of call it like a cold position, where if you end up, that happens a lot on B-bomb side Mirage. You hold there for like 6 rounds in a row, and all you're ever doing is being called into the A-bomb side. Someone says, oh, they're coming in against you, try and rotate over, and then maybe it's too late, so you fall back and save the rifle you had, and that just happens again and again. And then finally, the 7th round, they actually come to the B-bomb side, but now your mind has just been sort of slowly, going to sleep for a while, and then they're there, and you mess up because that I think that's a good term actually for like a cold position. I think that can really happen to people sometimes.
Yeah, especially when like if your teammate just keeps losing it and you like feel like you have to cheat the rotate a little bit, and then they just come your way and you're just completely out of position, just get wrecked. Yeah, and also I mean it's one of the things as well where players will always talk about this is one of the reasons why like stats for instance don't always tell the full story, or they definitely don't tell.
Especially
But like I mean as the B player, if they go A 6 rounds, then just demolish your team, but like someone holds tab or someone looks at the post-game scoreboards and you're the B defender and you have like 1 kill on the CT side, they're just like, oh, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
And you're like, come on now.
Yeah, it can be very misleading.
That's why I have bad scores sometimes.
Wow.
Cool. Okay, so we didn't even need the questions. That was awesome.
Oh,
that
I was looking
awesome.
forward to
really
that.
good insight on
People
Mirage.
have been asking terrible questions anyway. Like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just absolutely dreadful.
You guys at home, give us more questions, more of your questions. Be creative. Anders isn't happy.
I know almost everything that is worth knowing. So it just doesn't have to be about Counter-Strike. It can be about anything.
Oh, that's
anything.
Dangerous. That's really dangerous.
Yeah, that's really dangerous actually.
I don't like
try and keep it a little bit towards Counter-Strike.
No, don't do that. Nothing is off limits. I'm ready.
Okay, it's going to be down to the PGL guys whether they actually get put in the show. They're probably only going to get put in the show if they're about Counter-Strike. You can tweet the random questions to Anders directly.
Ask him why he likes pickles so much.
Pickle-related.
What's his favorite pickle-related activity?
I have to think about that. There's so many.
I know.
Okay, you have a think. Well, we go to a quick commercial break, and we're going to go into Mirage. Okay, very quick break, and then we're going to hand over to Henry and Sadagist.
What you have released is unlike anything we've ever faced.
What's happening?
You have been selected.
Give in to me. I'm scared.
The Mummy, rated PG-13.
Are you my mummy?
I'm your daddy.
No, you're not.
I want to be.
You are definitely more of a feminine figure, so you're my mommy.
You want me to be your mummy?
Well, I'm not. I don't want you to be anything, really. I'm just asking if you were.
Moving on.
Andrews is going to do a live AMA, apparently. That is risky. I liked some of the questions we had earlier. Chad and I had a good segment.
I missed them. What was the best one?
Don't worry about it. You missed it. You'll have to go back and watch the VOD, just like everybody else who missed it.
I will indeed.
Maybe someone clipped it. They can send it to you.
Maybe they will. We'll have a look on Twitter later on. It's going to be Pain Gaming, CLG.
I don't know who lowered my chair, but they made me look way shorter than you.
Well, you are way shorter.
Well, not way shorter. I'm a little shorter.
A little shorter.
All right, carry on.
Where was I? Second map, best of 3. Loser is going home. Winner goes on to fight for another day. This is the last game of the day. So they'll be back in the playoffs. We already have one team that's gone through. That's Cloud9.
That's true. It is Cloud9. You're actually right.
I know.
For once.
We're getting there now. The jet lag's starting to subside, and I'm actually kind of not feeling too drained today. This is all right. I'm getting used to this nocturnal lifestyle. Here we go. Round 1. And it's going to be CLG's map pick, so they're on the T side here. Most teams ending up towards the A side of the map. You're going to be smoking jungle, the steps, and you're focusing on CT spawn. You can push through the smoke if you want to as well and try and surprise the CTs. We'll see what smokes to deploy there. They are. Every team seems to do this. It's quite boring to cast this map in that sense, but let's see whether Nikez can step up. He actually does. Gets the first frag. Takes down Ricky. I'll get a couple more here as well.
Damage goes in from a nade. Kusta starts off against Nikez. It's going to be Cello, though, as always. That shows up behind him when you do not want him around. He's there. He's got a kill. They've got no kit in play to work with. I think there's one down near where Nekaz was, but I'm not 100% certain. Keep an eye for FNS to watch the cross. The other two don't need to peek. Cello could spot him, take him down. That'll give access from the east. There's 4 HP. DTZ got tagged by FNS, but somehow he got saved as well as Kusta gets a shot back against Tadazin, and all of a sudden, despite the bomb being planted, it becomes an issue that done round. Run round. Well done, Kusta.
Yeah, well done, Kusta, indeed. I love the fact we can see the bomb timer, even when on the particular player.
Yeah, that's an awesome addition.
So we don't have to start tabbing away on our laptops.
Because that's always tough in the 1v1, because you want to see the defuse and how close it is,
sure.
But you want to see what the guy's doing to let it be that close,
yeah,
and if
absolutely.
he's controlling the situation. So that's a great way of doing it.
Yeah, that's really cool. So it's going to be CLG there. This is their map pick, and they did win the first half on Overpass 13-2. We thought it would be a very one-sided affair. Fair play, though, to Pain, getting right back into it, making a very close game towards the end. But that was their pick, and they let it slip away. I would say it's going to be a 2-0 game, but you never know. I don't know what Pain are going to be like on this map. It's going to be a forced buy from them. London, of course, Orba will not be buying the army to get to CZ. And we have a UMP for Cello. I would say, for me, the most impressive player for this team. Seems very good indeed. Here we go, they're on number 2. UMPs, AK, and a Galil for CLG. Molotov towards the window, that pushes DZP back. And this is obtaining some general map control here. Nothing too flashy for now. Smoke towards the connector. First back up to Ricky, he'll probably be dropped here. But what a play that is! 3 kills for him! How did he survive? Flicking his aim all over the shop
Ricky,
and managing
nuts.
to survive.
Kusta and Ricky are stepping up in tremendous ways. Double op setups, got it.
Yeah.
Pistols, got it.
Absolutely. Well, Chad was pointing out earlier, like so proficient, not just with the AWP, great rifler as well, and he's showing us what he can do. That was really cool from him.
He's a Galil man.
Galil man.
He's good on the Galil man.
Runk down 901.
Bit of a crowbar.
Yeah. Wasn't the best one yet, but
listen,
I like the spirit of it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what time it is right now, Hank?
I'm sure you're going to tell me.
It's 4:42 a.m.
It feels like about, I'd say, 2 p.m. for me.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. We just 180'd our time clock. And we're basically in the West Coast with these lads.
Yeah.
2-0 CLG.
It is 2-0 CLG. Ricky managing to do a fantastic job to... Here we go. Let's have a look at this. Let's just appreciate what he just did. They push through the smoke. First kill. He's kind of half blind as well. Feels a bit of action towards the window. Flicks on him. Full spray down to the connector. That was actually a very, very well played round from him. Sure, it's an anti-eco, but they've got armor. He should have died there, and he manages to come out unscathed. Very well played.
Do that with a UMP.
Yeah, right. That's a good point. It's going to be just default pistols here. 1 PT50 for Pain. That's it. 1 flashbang as well. That's for old mate. What's his name? Tatarza. That's the one that always gets me.
It's Runk Dunk 902.
Yeah, on my screen that's what it says. Because I'm not familiar with the team, it's too different for my brain to translate that into what is actually
fine. Tatazin's the B player, so I'm sure we'll be seeing him alive, late, you know what I mean? Alive, a late mod, you know.
Alive in the later stages
Yes,
of the round.
that's it. That's the one.
Okay.
Flash out. Cutler doesn't care. Wrong damn 901.
We
Signing
have
out.
a problem now for Pain, because they did force ban that second round. They get an AWP out, but they're going to have players without head armor. They won't necessarily have the utility, especially not incendiaries, which are $600 a piece. And up against Galul's UMPs of a CLG. These are the sort of rounds he's calling fast middle, rush B, split A very quickly, up towards connector with 3 players, something like that. And if you lose this round of Pain, it's going to be such a difficult recovery for them. It looks like it will be potentially an A split here, 2 towards middle, 3 on the A side of the map, sending up some smoke as well, the looks of things. This could be a very fast strategy. You normally want to keep it fast and loose, and we'll see whether they can do just that, as we do have Ricky and Ethan making their way towards underpass. This will indeed be the A split. They'll wait for the smoke to be deployed by their teammates and then come in for connector.
Did you see someone said that the tactical awareness grenade is a good idea?
Wait, what?
Well, so it's a nade that you throw, and it basically gives you wall hacks.
Oh, God.
Are people that ridiculous these days?
It's not Rainbow Six, let's be real. Anyway.
Oh, get out. I hate it. I hate it already. Someone kill this guy with fire. I mean, the idea with fire. Kusta into the site. They've already got it covered off, but they didn't account for the fact that Cello went inside of Palace, so he nearly goes out to deny the bomb. Instead, he got Cutler, so bomb stays in effect. It goes down. He has to back off to wait for a rotation to come around, and they're waiting for that of the Palace rotation in specific from DZT.
Here we go.
Yeah, he's in a great position. They have no idea that he's going to be here. Ricky, just outside in connector. There's one. Ethan, dead. Good shot. Discipline. That gives them access from CT. They'll work this together. They don't need to face off against Ricky. No kits, but they can get on the defuse immediately. Smoke on top of the bomb. Flash down. Doesn't matter. FNS. First kill. Low HP. Neckers manages to win it, but they've got to find the player inside the smoke. He's already got it off. It's already done. That's good enough. And they'll take the round just like that.
Oh, Ricky, you've done it again. 1 kill required, but it was enough. Got them off the bomb. Scared off the diffusion player who was in the smoke as well, and he actually goes down with the bomb explosion itself. Nightmare for Pain. 4-0 CLG, and that's going to be the money in the proverbial bin. So definitely can't buy into this round. That was the A split coming in from CLG. And we did have a real nice backstab there from DZT, but he only found 1 kill, and Ricky from the connector saves the day. Having a great tournament so far, looking very on point. Deagle, CZ, no armor. Should be 5-0 here for CLG. Certainly a CT-sided map still. It's a bit more balanced these days, but still, I think it certainly deserves that moniker. We'll see what happens as we go into round number 5. And Cutler's got the Mat 10, you know, so he's reading the situation well. He'll be running in, trying to find the headshots. Bit of lag, perhaps. Maybe we're getting on camera, Matt. Get ready. Oh, we're back.
Why would we be on camera?
It lagged out by like 10 seconds.
All right, gotcha.
So
Ethan.
Do your sharp.
Yeah. Put pants back on. Get back on my chair, get him on the desk.
Okay. Didn't have to go that far, but I like it anyway.
Did though, didn't I?
Yeah, you always do.
Oh, watch. Ethan. Okay, spotted him. I thought his own gun was going to block the view model, and he was just going to walk in and spot him.
Okay, then. Well, 4 on 3. Tarzan down to just 60 points of health here. We have got 1 CD player in the apartments. That's sold. Oh, don't worry. Runk down. 101's gone down, man. And it's going to be just 1 player remaining. Cello. My favorite player from this team. Apparently, he might be replacing Taco. That's a joke.
That's a joke. God damn.
That's going to end up a red ocean. Said I thought, just don't go there. That is a joke. Someone in Twitch chat said it. It was a joke.
Cello trying to keep his head low, but his spirit's up. Because sometimes you just got to lie to yourself. Fake it till you make it, baby, because right now they got to fake it until they win a round.
That's what we did. Look how far we got.
It's
back
true.
in our home city.
Oh, good to be back. Good to be back.
Sort of. There's not in this particular scenario. We don't really see much of a progress when we're... I guess we had a couple of days there. It was nice. But right now, when you finish at 7 AM, you go to bed. It's difficult to really seal the sights. See the lads. There we go.
The lads.
Double orb setup. Landing and DZT. We can see the incendiaries drop. That denies any sort of rush there from CLG. They've got plenty of money here right now. Averaging about $8,000 per player. See whether they can continue this good form we've seen so far. But double orb setup, and that should have been a landed shot from Landin. Doesn't make it happen. And Cutler, look at this right back. That's a really nice adjustment from him. Notices the orb there, manages to get on top of the fence, takes him down 5-on-4. Haven't actually had to expend really any utility so far. I think there's one smoke, that's it. And they've got the man advantage, taking one of their key scalps down. There's the reply though. Did he flash him still? Oh, no, it was a T-flash.
It was well thrown. Very well thrown from the T-side.
Perfect timing, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was excellent.
As soon as he went for the push,
I would say.
Sexcellent, yeah.
It was very sexcellent.
Oh, 1 minute remaining, 5-on-3. Bit of a nightmare for the Brazilian side. And another chance. So Cello, like I said, our favourite player for this team. Let's see if he can step up there. There's a kill. He's got the aim to get more. Let's see if he can do it. I think they'll just run away from him, but they can't do it. He's killing absolutely everyone, Matt. 3 kills, all headshots. Can he do anything more here? If he gets the 4th, he might have just done enough.
I'm impressed by this gentleman. He's making me rather happy to see him play. Ethan, though, doesn't really care about seeing him being happy.
He's given his teammate a chance, though. DZT's from short, looking towards the bomb site. Not been planted yet. The bomb has to cross. They have got a smoke, though, and it's deployed. That could remove another round. He has not got a kit. Needs to find a kill pretty quickly. If the bomb gets planted safely, they should be fine. Nathan can make it to CT spawn if he wants. Decides against that. Goes towards Tetris. Still vision of the bomb. His teammate is in the apartments. That's Kusta with the AWP.
I got a weird feeling.
He hasn't got a kit. He can't. Ooh, that's not him.
No, he did see him, though. And then desperate shot realizes there's no chance. I just had that weird feeling, but I was wrong this time.
Imagine that.
6-0. What do you mean imagine that, Hank?
Just imagine that. You're never wrong.
It's true. You're right. Never.
But DZT gave it a go, but with no kit, probably just has to save like he's going to do so now. Still maximum loss bonus. CT side, that's not really enough. So they'll get $3,400 per player. They could get UMPs or Pharmacists around this AWP. I don't think they're that desperate yet. Sure, they're 6-0 down on the CT side, but it's still quite early days. They can still win the half. So that's normally my gauge as to whether things have really got bad for them. Like, you can take another EK here and still be just 7-0 down and win out after that. Let's see what they decide to do. I'd be surprised if they bought into this, but stranger things have and will happen. There's the first UMP. There's the second. Not going all in. Keeping the money around 2K per player, so that's okay. Definitely still within a shout of winning the round. 2 UMPs, a couple of pistols, AWP down to DZT. Doesn't give the AWP to Landon, who is the main AWPer. Goes towards the palace then. We'll see whether they can step up here and find the first pick. It's certainly required. Has to go all in.
Shot doesn't land inside of the smoke is Landon. That was not intended. Backs away. He's going to rotate around the top connector instead on the CZ75. The op. DZT. Neckers is giving himself up. I don't think he can get out of this situation because they're inside of the apartments of Thieves. They're not actually watching it, so I'm surprised they don't make that call. Both backs are turned, but he doesn't go toward them. That could have been huge on the PT-50 from Neckers. He's still got decent position at top of middle because he could catch off FNS very low in the HP. Grabs an AK-47 from this, but then he's found by Kusta. So Kusta, good response. Where's the AWP still in all of this?
It's
seemingly it's actually rotating around at Horseshoe. And timing is going to be slightly off to catch them. If you could have found the bomb.
They can win this.
Yeah, if actually, so he still can. If you can find the bomb right now, he gives himself a chance. That's frustrating. Very unfortunate. Ricky gets him down in the sight, and it's all over again. DZT's going to try and save once more, but I think Cutler may push through that smoke just in time. And they've already got vents covered off, or do they? Scared to go through it smartly. Kusta realizes it and backs away. Rather, I think that was Ethan. It's one of them.
4-on-1. DZT has to hold on to his AWP. Still maximum loss bonus, of course. Money decent for the CTs. 2K per player up at this point. So full buy going forward. No AWP save though. That's a shame. They can still buy double AWPs into this round, so it's not a big deal. 7-0 for CLG. Looking very confident. I'll look at the scoreboard while we're here. We've got a pause coming in. It's who called that? I can't tell. But I would assume Pain. That makes sense. So
Yeah,
the scoreboards.
it says on our main screen.
Ah, you're right. So in terms of scoreboards, we've got Kusta, top of the charts, 9 for 1. Only died once so far after 7 rounds, not too bad. And 7 kills for Ethan, Nate, whichever way you're inclined. FNS 5, Ricky 7, Cutler 5. On the other side of the scoreboard, we've got 0 and 7 for Landon, the main AWPer. He's gotten the full James Bond there, and
matching the score.
yeah, that's true. So he hasn't really had, well, he's had no impact. Top of the scoreboard for them is Cello, as we come to expect, very good, but he did get those 3 kills on the bomb site, which were great, but did not equate to a round victory. So I guess the scoreboard, pretty insignificant when you haven't posted a round yet. Here we go then. Number 8, double AWP setup, like I said, was available. It comes in once again. Landon needs to start stepping up. He's the main AWPer. Not finding a single kill yet. He'll be playing towards a CT spawn. DZT towards connector. Smoked out. Molotov down. It's a bit of damage, but 3 players down connector. Now going to be 2 as DZT rotates towards the window.
Flash goes out into mid. 3 players blinded. DZT is flirting with the idea of getting a shot toward top middle, but he's might have more company than he's aware of. Tries to fire through the boxes. Kusta tries to hit him back. No one really lands with any success. Flash in for Cello. No crouching on that. Ricky might have been able to spot him, but they go in the other way. Crossfire set. Surprised that nade actually did damage on the neck as he goes down. Crossfire's gone, but so too is the approach from CLG as Ricky's found. Cello. That's, yeah, I think a dead Cello. Unless that somehow gets baited into it, but Kusta's not fooling around.
He's not, is he? 4 on 3 now, 45 seconds, and they've got all the time in the world to work with him. Map control decent, not amazing. They will be falling back to T-spawn, and this is up to DZT now. He's pushing the B apartments. He needs to get a pick, but no one waiting for him. There's actually 2 players on the B site, and it looks like the terrorists will be finishing up at A. You can see the bombs at T-spawn right now, 30 seconds, and who's waiting for them? It will be Landon. Has he posted a kill yet? He has not. Still on the 007.
He'll fix that now.
Yeah?
Maybe not, if he's going to give up the position. Kusta staring him down. AWP, surely. He's got to do it now, and I lied. Kusta's got the headshot. DZT, though, on the other AWP manages to catch 1 bomb. It's got to plant safe. It's got to go in beside double, and it already is. Okay, good. I wasn't sure it was planting at that point, but I agree with that decision. I concur.
Execution and connector. That's going to be the round over, I'm afraid. First pick going in favor of CLG. The round has unfolded from them there. Landon, who can't find that first pick once again. He got taken down by Kusta. A lovely shot towards CD spawn, I have to say. Tatar's in, though. Last play. Trying to stay alive here. It has to be another eco for the CTs here.
Is it Tatazin, or is it Tatazin, like you said, or Tatazin?
I have no idea. No one's correcting me yet, so I say a new thing every time. I couldn't even tell you what I've been saying. Tatazin. I've been going with. Got Runk the Man as well. Or Lil Man. It's going to be Cutler as the final kill there. And here's a replay from Kusta. Oh, VR mode. I like this one.
Give me my 3D glasses.
Here we go, round number 9. Like I said, has to be an eco here for Pain. And now we're getting to the scary part of the game. 8-0. You're already a map down. Haven't posted anything of worth as of yet. It's another eco as well. So you've lost the half, and you haven't really provided it anything of promise. So here we go. There will be 1 player close towards the A ramp though. Cello, we like him. First kill comes in for the Brazilians. Could have legs to this round, but okay, that's a nice shot. Now they have got a chance.
Kusta gets the response immediately onto him, though, and Ethan down from Palace takes out Landon. Keeping that goose egg, baby. Mother hen ain't hatching no one today. Ethan's got to be a little bit
Mother
careful,
hen,
though.
goose eggs.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Interspecies kind of relations there.
Chickens on the map. We're all part of the game. It's a simulation. DZT takes down Ethan. Good shot, Kusta and Ricky, though, to control the situation. Tatazin. Oh, get wrecked. Double Molotovs, they do stack, so no chance to get back through this.
Yeah, that wasted a lot of time. Bomb taken away, no kits.
Ricky's got to be careful. He's thinking about peeking. He's only got 15 HP.
Be careful, boys. That's better. Could have given a kill away, but at this point, it'd be all for naught. We've got 16k on Kusta, 14k on Ethan. You get the point. There's a lot of money. And it's going to be round number 10 here. Another buy available, of course. Maximum loss bonus, that goes without saying. And we get the double orbs out once again. Is that the right call, though? Because they're not landing anything. But, oh, I say that. That's a nice pun. Landing anything, and Landon hasn't got a kill. Yeah?
That was good, actually. Yeah, I do like that.
It wasn't intentional, but I'll take it.
It's all right. It's the subconscious working.
Exactly. It's in the matrix right now. Here we go. Round number 10. Aggressive towards middle. I guess this is what we need. We haven't had a mix-up at all. They're playing the default rounds. Need to start working harder for these kills. Landon this time, not going to be sitting in CT spawn. He pushes out the connector, and he's got a nice gap in the smoke, but no one's there at all. Oh, taken down once again. It's Ricky that finds him. He gets legged in the process. That's so heartbreaking when you're on the 0 for 10. You leg someone up, and yeah, going down. This is going to be your heart sinking.
Can we just go back to Tadazin for a second on the spec? Do you think Tadazin kind of looks like Apex if you were really run down on like alcohol?
No comment.
Just kind of does, doesn't he? Like Apex if he got cut from G2, career was ending, and he was like, yeah, I'm just going to carry on.
Do what I can.
It's not bad.
Okay, well, 1 minute remaining. Lost that first pick, and Cello, you know, he's got good aim and not good enough. Cutler finds his head there in T-spawn. This is looking quite desperate now. 5 on 3. Comes down to DZT's. Oh, they've got no nades really on the CT side. One kit between them. The map is CLG's oyster. We'll see whether they can presumably hold on to this. DZT could be the final line of defense. He could get 2 frags here. Flashbang looks good. He gets the first shot. How does he get any more, though? He's got a Coldzera Actix. I thought he was about to get it. I was about to say, how did you do this? Didn't happen, though.
Well, it'll be a plant.
Imagine that.
Landman's gone in this round as well. So 0-10, as we mentioned, it's not going well. Look, KGB's had a 0-15 half in a game that they won a championship in, so it happens sometimes.
Definitely happens. But this is the worst time for it to happen. You're about to be knocked out.
That's true. Definitely true. That makes it a harder pill to swallow. At least KGB, they went on to win the game. Ricky's going to close out the round. CLG have won all of them so far on the T side. This is looking like it's only going one way.
Indeed. 10-0. Pause for pain. Tactical. There goes without saying. Landon's called it. So you can see by the little stickers by their names, Landon is the in-game leader and the All-Pro as well. Chasing Fallen's heart, perhaps. And CLG, the in-game leader, of course. Finesse. I thought it was Cutler these days. I guess I have read that recently, actually. I guess Cutler was, like last year, maybe the in-game leader. But now Finesse, the savior, which could have been for Cloud9, apparently.
Yeah, according to Thorin.
Yeah.
Could have saved them all. He could have been the Slemmy with the firepower they needed, I think is where they were going with that. So no surprise this timeout goes in his tax to Pain. I think Coldzera had a half like this according to chat. Didn't he have that on the Dust too with Showtime? When they got 0-16 by Renegades? I think he did.
No idea.
Yeah, I think he did. It was his lowest rating in history.
Not my remit. UMPs, Famases, desperation ensues. We'll see whether they can do anything with this. Pushing middle, change of pace, trying and get that first frag. Akusta, he's just waiting for him. I hate to see it, but oh, they're full back. It's okay. I thought they were about to get their heads blown off, but a little bit of damage towards Cutler. They might have a chance on this one. Wallbang's coming in, not going to be landing just yet. Need to be farming at least 2 or 3 rounds to even stand a chance here. Problem is, CT half on the overpass, CLG looked amazing. It was a T half they were poor on. So this does not bode well. Well, just joining us, the final game of the day. Last best of 3. Whoever wins this goes towards the playoffs with Cloud9 and Immortals. And who's the other team?
The other Brazilian team is both in Luminosity.
That's right. So we might not have any Brazilian teams from Group B going through. But we've already got 2, so I guess we have to give the North Americans a chance.
I mean, if 3 got through, that would be incredible, to be completely honest with you. Cello stepping up. Finally, they get control of a round early. 33 seconds. Better late than early, I should say, because now they've got to force the issue on CLG's side, and the shutout might be broken. Landon still doesn't have a kill, but that may not matter. Pain might get around 20 HP. For Kusta, Bomb working its way back over to A and FNS's hands. 17 seconds. He pretty much has to run in. And Cello is there, which is the last player, if I was going to try and keep the streak going, that I would want to run into.
Round over. We've done it. Pain's got it.
Kusta going to go down. He's in connector at low HP. Get him. Ooh, flags him and then goes down after the time. So Kusta won't get any money.
60K.
Yeah, listen, I know, but I'm just saying he won't get any money.
Okay.
They're fine.
Absolutely fine. The problem is, well, I guess 4 players did survive at the CTs, but they need to win out now, man. They need to go all in. They need 10-5 here. Lose this round, that could spell double eco, so it needs to be very, very careful. They can win this round, maybe get to 3 rounds, I'd say there's a chance. If they lose this and they can up the latter stages with UMPs and pistol, then if there's a chance, it might be a 14-1/2. Let's see what they can do. Kusta patiently watches middle.
T trying to get aggressive again. This is where he was last time. Didn't really do much last time for the round. He was over toward A instead. Try to accomplish the same fate. I think, well, if it worked last time, even if they do something different, maybe it'll work again. Landon, this is it! Oh! He came close. Nice light, but no cigar. Legs up, finesse. And it's Ethan and he that have lost the damage, but unfortunately, it's Pain Gaming that have lost the men. Nobody likes to lose a man, Henry. No man left behind.
I've lost a few of my time and my heart's still broken.
Don't really want to know about your personal life.
Just saying. We've all been there.
Tata's engines wait on Cat. But this is peculiar to me. I'm peaked of interest watching Ethan get inside the window. It's going to limit the CTs tremendously. Landon, come on, I believe it. I know you can do it. He's got to do it now because Tatazin's gone down inside of the site. He's holding, he's waiting. He's got it! Woo! He's not only got it, he's got a nice shot behind him to take out Ethan. He'll be found by Kusta immediately after, but he has had a 200% increase in his kills.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, is it? That sounds amazing, but that's 2 kills in total for anyone who's just joined us. It's going to be 11-1, unfortunately, and that's the harsh reset we wanted to avoid for Pain. I think they have to fully invest in the next round. If Cello can save his weapon, they force him with UMPs, Deagles. Might have a chance, but that could spell the end of Pain's run. We heard in their little video interview before this map started, they've been boot camping for a month.
That's a lot,
yeah,
to be fair.
They're not in America. For everyone probably kind of assumes all these Brazilian teams living in North America now. They're still in Brazil. So they don't get to play against top-tier opposition, so they thought that'd be something that would work in their favor. No one knows how to play against them or how they play, but at the same time, they don't get to practice against top-tier opposition, so they can only really practice against the Brazilian teams, which is, I guess, a real tough prospect going forward. Yeah, sure, you can watch a demo. There's only so much you can learn there. Getting a feel for it and learning how to play against these sort of teams can be very difficult. And they've got some great aimers, great individual talents, but it seems like they could be coming to an end of their run here at the minor. Scouts, M4s, UMPs, like I said, they have to force it. They're too deep now. Have to force into it. Don't win this, $900, that's going to be GG. This is pretty much the moment that decides it.
Yeah, tough going right now for Pain as we're looking at 12-1. Remember last time it was 13-2.
Yep.
And it still didn't exactly seem convincing the way in which they won it. Don't know if I expect the same on their T side. That was CT, remember. Kusta's just going to wait with the AWP towards CT spawn. Ricky's close enough that a flash over should find him a kill. Should, being the operative word. Landon's come around and now adds another to his total in the scout. He was tagged up enough by his teammate. Wasn't doing the early damage, but he'll tap out of the round or get tapped out by Kutler. Kutler?
Kutler.
Skadooey and Kutler.
Kutler. Little man. It's so easy. It gets a laugh out of you every time.
It's good. DZT trying to do what he can. That's not much. Pulsating timer goes down to a misleading end. I like it that it doesn't directly reveal. Good shot. Exactly what's left on the defuse. Doesn't give away the suspense. Flash out. Catches Kusta. He's trying to save the AK. Additional flash. Should actually push Kusta back far enough. Yeah, that's all he cares about. Just keep the gun.
$1,900 into this round. 12-1. Do they force again? I guess it's the same sort of premise as the previous round. Yes, they probably have to. Or let CLG get to 13-1. What's the play? There's no real good answer to this. You want to be conservative, you save the next round, but you've got an AK. I would say give it to your star player, your best aimer. That'd be Cello in my opinion. See what it can do. They do not force. Get a couple of upgraded pistols, no armor, no nades. One flashbang from the previous round, that's it. So going to round number 14 here. CLG 12, Pain 1. One map down already, as you can see on the top of your screen. B-Rush, why not? Tarzan, PT50, might get one kill here, but it's very difficult to aim up in this game and find any sort of accuracy. DZT gets one kill, that should be it though, B-side's open. Rotating players are nearby, but they're finding their makers there as we manage to get to a 4-on-2 situation. Cello and Nickers in the final situation of round number 14. Save the money for the last. They're aiming for 13-2 once again.
Yeah. They have to aim for that. I don't even know if they'll accomplish it. Goes down, Cello waiting, 17 HP. No kit, no armor, no ninja. Oh, I was gonna say Ethan has a suspicion. And he's right to assume. 13-1.
13-1. They went all in for this round. Pain need this. 14-1. It's just not possible, I'm afraid. We'll see whether they can do anything. There's 5 and 4s, 1 kit. 2 players with no nades. 3 smokes in total. A couple of flashbangs, no incendiaries. Some decoys, though. Watch out for those as we get into the final round of the first half.
Molotov's already in connected. It's spilled down the stairwell. It means Nex can't do anything but sit back. Sitting back seemingly works. Cutler, aggressive down catwalk, is caught off by him. He's given him a chance as well as Totterson. He's done damage, but he can't find the kill. In fact, he's hardly done any damage, to be fair, against FNS, and Ethan's had enough of him trying to do so. Puts an end to it. Who's to look at this? Kill. And it's going to be better than 13-2, Hank.
14-1. They have gone one step further here. And the problem is, like you said, yeah, sure, overpass. We had a decent comeback from Pain, but the roles are reversed. They started off on the T side and went over towards CT, where you can get momentum built up. You're the defending side. If the T side's poor, the tactics aren't great, you can capitalize on that. But this is the map pick for CLG. I don't see that happening again. But what do I know? Who knows? Maybe Pain can actually step up here with a pistol and potentially get it done again. Lots in the history of Counter-Strike, this has happened many times, and you can come back and win 15-0. It's not outside the realms of possibility. Round number 1. Let's have a look at the buy, shall we? Pain, no nades. They did rush B a couple of maps ago. They are facing that direction. Maybe that's what we just bring to the table, Matt. Let's just throw caution to the wind. Rush B, my friends. Cello to watch mid. There are 3 CT players there.
I like 3. It's a good number.
Is it the magic number?
Well, if you put it with a less than, it looks like a heart. And if you put it with a smiley, it looks like a little cheesy grin. And if you turn it sideways, it looks like a bum. Nekas gets FNS down. Cutler's still waiting back behind him. He's going to try and hold the angle, but look at Totterson. He's got a better shot. Down goes Cutler. Cello's got a kill. And we've got potential for Pain to get some momentum rolling. So hopefully CLG have learned how to close games from the last one. It took them a while. Good shot, Ethan. We're not done just yet, but he doesn't have a kit. And they've got a trifecta of doom, as you would say, Hank. Ooh, that may not matter. They've got to start pushing back in. Okay, good. Cello had the angle from the window. I wasn't sure you could see that.
A lifeline for Pain. Not much of one, but maybe a rubber ring, something like that. We'll see whether they can convert the second round to victory. They're going all in. 4 AKs. Lots of firepower here. Don't want to give anything up. Quite rare to see this sort of buy in the second round. 1 UMP as well. Limiting the grenades. There is going to be a force buy from CLG. Scouts, CZs, UMP. As we get to round number 2.
Round number 2, indeed. Neck goes down toward catwalk quite quickly. Scout, UMP buy. Decent damage as well. Neck is already tagged down to 31. So Cutler starts it off with the Scout. And he's going to be dynamic. He's going to try and rotate and get that over toward B, having spotted them on catwalk. Good shot when he arrives. Down goes Landon. Remember, he's already done the damage onto Neckes. Unfortunately, rotations back across are going to cut off the rotations early enough from the CT side as the T's got in position. It's Ricky that's picked up a gun to go along with Ethan's SMG, and they may like to save those or look for exits, do some economic damage. They've got AKs picked up. There is no kit in play, but there's armor for both players, so I don't think they'll go much beyond the doorway. Then you're flirting with it, and it works. Now I think they actually go. Now I think they attempt. All right, I lied.
You did. I'll save an AK though.
Yep.
And a UMP. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. 2 kills to find still, and you're going to be fully next round. Might as well keep the weaponry, got some armor. Head armor for Ricky as well, and a CZ. So you can drop that CZ to a teammate, get a UMP, get an AK. Flashbang there as well. Lots to work with. No, we might get another kill here. Oh, no. We won't.
Still have the AK for Ethan, though. Pain Gaming wins the round. No, actually, it's Nipe Gaming.
Nipe Gaming.
Well, it's capital N, so it's backwards, like all the names.
Ah, right, yeah. Nipe.
Or would it be Niep? Niep Gaming.
Niep, yeah. Nipe, Niep. Well, for now, CLG 14, Pain 3. The comeback is on, 2 rounds in a row. Server conditions look a little bit dicey out there.
Yeah, I'd much rather be in here in the comms box. Nice and warm next to you, Henry.
We'd like to have fun now.
Some more than others.
AK-47 for Nate, or Ethan, if you will. I'm still not happy about that. Someone needs to give him a lesson in marketing.
Ethan's desperate with the AK, makes it work. Molotov gets aggressive. He knows they're coming in from catwalk, so he takes the fight. What a start to the round from the only man with a weapon. Speaking of weapons, the UMP, it's going to be decent. Ethan has gone down, though. Nick has found him. He took him out, and now it's the AK tournament on reverse against the CTs. But it's not done just yet. Low HP, watch the wraparound. I think they lose. Never mind, I thought Nekas would go down there with the swing from FNS, so I thought they would lose at least one more. Fortunately, they won't. Well, from their perspective, it's very fortunate they didn't. But unfortunately, for FNS trying to gain a gun to go into the next round, they won't. So they'll have to invest a lot more into it. 14-4. But here we go. AWP Kusta immediately.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what you've come to expect from this young man. AWP every chance he gets. From what I heard, he's pretty good with it. Round number 19. CLG, a little bit under the weather in terms of the buy. They've got 1 kit, 4 rifles. FNS with no nades whatsoever. Akusa, like he said, he's got the AWP, no glass cannon here. He's got the body armor to work with. That's fine generally against the AKs. There is a UMP out there, so it could be a bit interesting. Ethan, not Nathan, towards the connector. Landed to try and find the first pick in the middle of the map. He's on 3-15 right now. If he can come to life in the second half, that'd be fantastic.
Now Cello. Both going to try and occupy the same position toward the window at bottom mid, but look at the positions inside a connector instead from CLG. That's promising. They don't go for the boost. Or will they? I mean, they've got the option to do it, but I don't think they will. And then as soon as I say that, they do! Henry, smoke down inside of it, so they just want to get Totazin inside of the window and then it's stationary. But the problem is, look at Ricky above and Cutler below. They're going to have 2 players on either side of that as soon as he goes in. Unless somehow, by some miracle, he catches them, I'm not aware, he goes down. The one thing he could do is if he sits here and as the smoke fades, they're actually lined up. So they should go headshot 1 and then shoot up, take down Cutler, or rather, excuse me, the other way around, take down Ricky, but he couldn't quite get the second shot in. So it works out just fine for CLG, but they lose the early trade, which opens up some room. Meanwhile, it's back over to Main. Gun barrel shows, and it makes it far too easy for Ethan. He will go down eventually, but it's just a man with 10 HP that's left, a man in a dream. And an AWP that misses a shot, but then it's Kusta, who's very good at, I have to say, of all the operas that switch to pistols, like Kenny goes back to the op, Guardian goes back to the op, they're good enough up close. Kusta goes to the pistol, he seems to find kills quite frequently.
Yeah, I've noticed that this tournament as well. That's actually quite cool. 15-4, series point. Pain now lead 11 rounds in a row. Keep the head above water here in the Americas minor. It's been an interesting tournament for them. I guess it was eye-opening as to what they need to improve on. They've got great individual talent, but it seems like they're not quite ready to necessarily go against some of the more structured teams here. Against Misfits, sure, they look great, but that's a mixed team. CLG have given them a bit of a lesson.
The interesting thing about that is it's another team that could potentially play in the Pro League in North America.
Sure.
Like
they don't live in America yet. They live in
no, I know, but that's why I say potentially. Yeah. So like they have the skills. I think there's something to watch here. And this tournament's going to be great for them. Oh, body block. Body block. Down goes Ethan. That's so unfortunate. He wanted to go behind them and then turn around, wait for the smoke to dissolve and take advantage of the situation. But a man down early for CLG. Pain Gaming is going to get a bomb plant off of this. The money's not accumulated after just the 1 round for CLG. So this win for Pain, that's probably the right call, actually, because this win for Pain would amount to 2 rounds, and it just means prolonging a seemingly inevitable result. So if they can save the guns, then the next round they can challenge again. So they are going to save the other 3 surely. Who's just got other ideas?
They want it. Oh, there they go. Get back. There's no need to pause this. You're going to be... Oh, God. I think they need to call it... When it was a 5-on-4, I'd call to save them. So, like, just let them have it. It's fine. Like, you know, it's very unlikely you can do that. You had AWP sub, you had lack of grenades. Excuse me. And I think you got such a huge bed of rounds, just let them have it. It's fine. give away 2 more kills, and that's going to cost you significantly going forward. Saves the AWP, but Pain now just need 10 rounds. I say just, but it's something. I'm sticking around, all 5 players surviving them. And the music of doom lingering over Pain. And I'm going to force into this round, of course. Not tech lines. UMPs, Famuses, Cruises saved AWP. No in 4s by looks of things. Might have been dropped as an ER's UMP down for Ethan. It's a very American name. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Molotovs towards the connector area. Kusta fires off some shots through the smoke. Vanessa this time trying to get up close and personal on the smoke.
Flashes will go through, so too with all the Molotovs. Watch the corner. Did he see him? He certainly did. Neckets gets both. And they'll continue their way through to the A site. Smokes down toward jungle. They leave connector open so they can walk through it. And another save call being made already from CLG. So again, Pain, they will convert the back-to-back rounds. Not surprising considering the money.
Yeah, save again, boys. That's what I should have done last round. Another 21 does go in favor of Pain. Just trying to, I guess, put on a show for these last few rounds. There is still a sliver of hope, but sliver being the operative word there. You like sliver?
I do. Slither.io. Chad's a cheater. But yeah, it's all right.
Kusta saves the AWP. Famus for Cutler and Ricky with the UMP. So now it does get interesting. The money is pretty dire for CLG. They don't want to keep forcing. I think he's get some upgraded pistols to the other guys and hope Kusta can carry around. But just this is why I said this saved that round when you lost the whole site. There's a 5 and 4. Like, you had no one ready to retake it. All on connector. Didn't really make sense to go for that one. We do have a chance of Pain now. The window's being opened up slowly but surely for them. Full eco for Ethan and FNS. I like that. Here we go. He'll just rush towards. I guess this is the old bait. So these guys will push lower ramp. Try and suggest there's nothing left on A, and Kusta will be in CT spawn, I guess. Let's have a look. Where is he? He's towards B. Oh, that's not going to be.
Shots come in. This gets Ethan. FNS in position inside of the site. Ricky's going to try and get more aggressive. Bomb is inside of Palace as well, so he could actually catch off. Tunnels in right now, but he doesn't do it. That's going to open up a lot more activity toward the A site. No rotation yet from Kusta. Overtime, Hank?
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
I like it.
I like it a lot. Round number 22. Looks like Pain will pick up another one here. Save the Famus, save the AWP. There's a loss bonus. Third stage next round, got about 2k per player, so we do get a full buy here. Just let them win the round at this stage. You've got the B side open, don't try and retake it. I guess FNS can have a go, maybe. He's only got a USP of 40 HP, nothing else to save. But Kusta should save the AWP.
And save he shall. Bomb to be planted. CLG seemingly uninterested in the activities and the proceedings. What do you think about Blue and Daze being the best casters for audio only?
I've been saying that for ages. If ever there was someone to do audio only, they'd be my first 2 picks. What a random thing to say. Why would that be a thing?
Because someone posted it, and I just saw the title, and
Right.
Chad and I had this conversation earlier.
Okay. It's just, why who's watching or listening to CSGO only and thinking, right, we're doing an audio only broadcast.
A lot of people have brought that up.
and
That's why they like us to say the score all the time.
Yeah, but like, right, but you're saying like some company's going to make some sort of business around just doing audio only. Like that's what the thread suggests. Like, if anyone's ever going to do it, make sure you hire these
You
guys.
sound kind of triggered, Hank.
No, you asked me. You know what you're going to get with me.
A little bit of a little bit of What is it? What's that song? If you want me, this is what I'll give you. No, that's, I forget. I don't know where I was going with
I think
that
I'm
one.
mixing 2 songs up.
Yeah, I
there,
think
but-
I am. I'm mixing like a Mamba number 5 and
Yeah.
like an Eminem, I think.
Good effort.
Good eclectic mix.
Remix of Mashup, I think they call those.
Yeah, that's right. White Panda style.
Yeah.
Matumbo.
Matumbo number 5?
Maybe it's Matuma. I can't remember. Guy that did the Old Thing Back remix.
Well, money stabilizing somewhat for CLG, not ideal. One round will do it, then they're in the playoff. Cloud9 will make it out of this group as well, or they already have. On the other side, there's Immortals and Luminosity. It's our final game of the group stage.
Ethan, good shot, takes down Cello, a start to the end, and a pop back up, he takes down Nickers. Now it's over to Ward B, where the bomb is, though, and that's going we have to watch. Landon has gone down to the landing pad as FNS will make it just one remaining, and Kusta will make no mistake at 16-7. It's CLG that goes through to the playoffs, just like Cloud9, so it's the 2 North American in blue, and it's the Brazilians from Group A. We've got our playoff set.
Well, that's quite nice, isn't it? 2 South American teams, 2 North American teams, that's quite good. Commiserations to Pain. I think everyone was kind of quietly impressed with some of their players, especially like Cello, right? Landon was great at tournament that kind of dropped off in that final map. I thought he was actually a really good AWP overall. This is a team that only gets to play against Brazilian opposition. Like you said, I think they're definitely good for the likes of Pro League maybe going into next year. They can find an opportunity to fly over there, get some guidance from the likes of SK and Immortals and stuff like that. Still an exciting team. That's what the Miners is all about, Matt. Giving these guys a chance to show us. Every time we come to a minor, right, we find a new team we like and players we've never heard of. We've been to like 2 or 3 now, and I think every single time that happens.
So I think the way that the system's kind of equalizing, the Asian minor is still very good for that because we don't get to see a lot of the Asian teams. I think the CIS minor is very good for that. Pro 100 actually apparently made the playoffs for the CIS minor. But the North American and specifically the European are getting loaded with teams because they're just not making it through. There seems to be so many other Tier 2 teams in those regions. So Pain, this is the team that I wanted to see the most of because we see the least of them, and it is a good showing. I'm impressed with that. That said, we're done here for the night, evening, morning, 5:24 a.m. We're going to send it back over to the analysts.
Thank you so much, guys, for that, which was the last map of the morning. As always, I'm joined here by Anders and Moses to sum up that last map. It's a shame, really. Pain were looking very promising over the last couple of best of threes, but really in Mirage, they just didn't really take a grip there at all, did they, Anders?
No, I mean, with this kind of start, it was...
Go on.
It was interesting, wasn't it? I mean, what can you say about that?
Yeah, no, I mean, this was pretty telling. There were plenty of rounds, and obviously, I mean, CLG gets out to a huge start. So the fact that Pain just couldn't even get into the game to open things up doesn't help. But I think it really does come down to mental focus a little bit, and also just the tired, like some of the aims, some of the decisions that were made you could see in this first half. There's a round, I hope we see it, one of the Pain Gaming players is actually flanking on the A bomb site, and it's like a 5-on-4, and all you have to do is like contain in that kind of a situation, or a 4-on-4, and all you have to do is contain them over at the A bomb, so you know they're going to execute there. And he pushes too far, tries to take a long range fight, misses the shot, gets killed, and it opens up the entire other side of the map. And I think earlier in the evening, when they haven't already played one BO3, when they haven't had to come back from like 13-6 in that previous BO3, when they didn't come back on the first map of this series from some mad scoreline as well to make things close, then I think different decisions are made. I think better decisions are made overall. I think still what we're going to say about this team, obviously, is Matt and Henry kind of summed it up. Yeah, pleasantly surprised, happily impressed. Anders, back to you in the studio.
Surprised, you know, your birthday party. Any other associations you've got with that?
Listen, I'm not playing Matt's Nightmare Game of Word Association.
Okay, it's disappointing, but all right.
This was Pain's second real LAN, and this has been a fantastic experience for them, wouldn't you say, Anders?
Yeah, which not real LANs have they been to, do you know?
The other...
Mountain Dew League.
Mountain Dew League?
Yeah, the other LAN that they'd been to was Mountain Dew.
No, I mean, this was their second real LAN. I was wondering what not real LANs they've been to.
Meaning it was real experience.
Were they just pretending? Oh, right. Fair enough. Yeah, it's a good point.
You say?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's
way too many candy bars today.
It'll be
from us.
Yes, indeed. I think there's something that will benefit them in the future.
Yeah.
They're still a very new team. Yeah. So I kind of I look forward to seeing what they're going to get out of it. I mean, if they're boot camping a lot, if they're really preparing for these sort of things, maybe especially if they could get under, I think, Fallen's wings. It felt like they were sort of a step out from Immortals, right? So maybe or Luminosity. So maybe they could get in on the good side of the Brazilian scene and get taught a little bit and maybe get some resources, whatever it is, some help.
Yeah, it's stunning how much quicker Brazilian players and teams seem to learn and improve compared to like the North American counterparts. With all the talk of like the regions they come from and the resources in those regions, Brazilian teams just seem to climb the ranks. Like just have some kind of better practice mentality, obviously, that allows them to improve so much quicker. And it's very likely, or very possible, maybe not likely, that this is going to be a fourth Brazilian team that'll be contending against some of like the lower tier North American squads at the moment. And in the future, who knows?
Yeah, but sadly we do see them go out of this minor, but CLG do go through. Let's have a look which CLG member in Mirage becomes the mummy MVP, the last one of today. It's Ricky.
Ricky-man.
5.39 impact rating, 17 kills, 10 deaths, so a lot lower kills this time.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Again, another opera
more
with the lower
assists.
opening kills as well.
Yeah.
Although I guess he's kind of like maybe it wasn't the primary opera.
I guess it was a much more even sort of spread across the team this time.
Yeah, the retake and post plant though is super nice to have. 6 of them. That's a nice number.
Yeah. So CLG. So CLG go forward into the playoffs with Cloud9
Yes.
Yeah.
and Immortals and Luminosity. So 2 Brazilians.
It's not like a prime number though. It's just a number. Like surely 7 would have been better. In that sense.
I can't do this. Yes. Yeah, 7 perhaps being a prime number would have been better. That could have been cool to see.
I would have treasured that really.
There you go. There's the playoff bracket
Here
on the
we
screen.
go.
So here's our 4 teams that will be going through. We've got Brazilians versus Americans across the board. North Americans. Immortals play CLG first tomorrow, and then Cloud9 will play Luminosity.
Anders, who you got in the bracket play?
I'm trying to wrap my head around this graphic. It's really complicated. I mean, I think this is going to be interesting. I've got Immortals to win the first game. I've got Cloud9 to win the second, and out of those 2, I've got Immortals to beat Cloud9.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll go different. I think Cloud9 is going to beat Luminosity.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll take CLG to beat Immortals. I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
Okay.
Really?
Yep. I'll take
Why?
CLG to beat Immortals.
Why?
I don't really feel that good about this Immortals lineup. I feel bad saying that. I would like to feel good about them. I don't feel too promising to me.
There is obviously a low bracket as well if you lose those first
that's a good
games.
point.
But
Yeah.
I try not to worry too much about people who lose games. Like I just don't think it's worth my time. So
Yeah.
well, they'll have to do their own thing down there. It's not my
Losers,
problem.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Can't.
guys.
Just can't. Yes.
Yes. That's it. Day 2 is
is.
over. We are done. The group stages, both Group A and B, are now finished, and we go on to the playoffs tomorrow morning. We only have 4 teams left. Thank you guys for summing up that last match, and thank you all for sticking with us over the last 2 days. Only 2 days left. We go into the playoffs tomorrow morning. Please stick with us. Come back tomorrow, and we'll see you then.
Please come back.
Yeah.
Oh my
Little
Lord.
man.
Grab a pickle and come back.
Yeah, sure. Grab a pickle.